on, football fans? Huge news just dropped in the NFL world, and no, it's not a New York Giants video, but something that I definitely wanted to talk about. Not a lot of news going on. And the New England Patriots just bring in the shocker of free agency. Cam Newton was definitely the biggest name on the quarterback market. You had guys like Teddy Bridgewater, players like that. Of course, Newton coming off an injury. Probably, who knows what he's got left in the tank. But if he has anything left in the tank, the New England Patriots are the type of team that will get something out of him. Of course, Tom Brady departed this year, left for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which left a lot of fans thinking the New England Patriots would either draft a quarterback to be his successor or they would turn the reins over to Jarrett Stidham. I didn't really think they were going to, attack the quarterback market in free agency. There were videos coming out of Cam Newton training. Looked like he was in great shape, trying to make a comeback. But I really thought his best fit at this point in time was going to be probably the Pittsburgh Steelers as a backup, hoping that Ben Roethlisberger would go down with an injury, something that happens every year, and then he would have a great situation there with that strong offensive line. Well, he got arguably one of the best possible situations you could ever ask for. Now, I'm not sure in terms of the monetary value what he's going to be getting paid, but in terms of rejuvenating his career, you want to talk about a coach that gets the most out of his players. That's Bill Belichick. I mean, whoever goes there always turns into a superstar, whether it's someone like Wes Welker, so many players, Van Noy. He always gets the most out of players. And one position that he was never credited with getting the most out of the position was the quarterback spot. And it's something that I've always wondered. Would Bill Belichick be able to win with Tom Brady? And would Tom Brady be able to win without Bill Belichick? And I thought we were going to get cheated this year because the Patriots weren't going to have an established quarterback that was going to be taking over for Tom Brady. Well, now they do. Cam Newton's only going to be 31 this year. He's 4 years removed from an MVP award in 2015 with the Carolina Panthers, in which they went 15-1. And now he goes to the New England Patriots to try to turn things around. And I think this is one of probably the most interesting storyline headed into the NFL regular season, outside, of course, my New York Giants. But if I'm talking broad NFL, Belichick without Brady, Brady without Belichick. Brady steps into a great situation with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a great offensive mind with Bruce Arians, and more weapons than he could ever ask for. Possibly the best weapons in the sport at the wide receiver position. However, he's 43 years old, so we'll see what he's got left in the tank. Belichick now gets one of the most talented quarterbacks if his head's on straight and if he's healthy. Like I said, he won an MVP award just 4 or 5 years ago, went to the playoffs 2 years ago, I believe, when the Panthers won 11-5. Then he regressed and only played 2 games last year due to injury, and the Panthers moved on. Well, now he goes to New England, where, like I said, they get the most out of their talent. Now, one thing I will say, not a lot of talent there. At the wide receiver position, right? Our head coach, Joe Judge, coming from over there, struggled mightily because they didn't have a lot of talent there. N'Keal Harry will be a year older, last year's first-round pick. We'll see if New England get anything out of him. But Cam Newton's not really the type of quarterback that's ever had great wide receivers. He's kind of a guy that you run your system through, but we'll see if he's still able to do that at the age of 31. I would assume coming into the year, he will be the starter. It's going to obviously be between him and Stidham, but Cam Newton, I would think, has to be the favorite going in. And this catapults the New England Patriots, in my opinion, to at least equal favorites with the Buffalo Bills to win the AFC East. And with that strong defense that they still possess, they have the best secondary in the sport. They didn't lose anybody there, and they had a great secondary last year. If Cam Newton could even get close to his 2016-2017 form, the New England Patriots could be a dangerous team and all of a sudden maybe the third best team in the AFC. And with a mastermind like Bill Belichick, you always have to give that team a puncher's chance. There were a number of years where Tom Brady was the quarterback where going into the playoffs, you wouldn't have thought they were going to go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl because you didn't think they had the talent to do so in that particular year. Well, if they get in and Cam Newton's able to, bounce back and have a strong year, similar to what Michael Vick was able to do later in his career with a great offensive mind with Andy Reid, it will be a really interesting storyline to see if the New England Patriots could do some damage this year in the AFC. But I want to get a quick video up, give my thoughts. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I think it is probably the most interesting storyline going into the year. Can Newton rejuvenate his career with the New England Patriots? Can Brady maintain his excellence away from Bill Belichick at the age of 43? Maybe this year we get to find out the question that's always been on my mind. Was it more Brady or was it more Belichick? We're going to have to wait and see to find out. Of course, you'll have people that say, well, Brady was 43 years old when he left. But I think there's a little extra pressure on Tom Brady to have a stronger year in terms of his legacy. Because if Cam Newton steps in and makes them a 13-3 or 14-2 team and they do some damage in the playoffs, well, some skeptics may say Maybe Belichick never needed Brady after all. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.